What up, YouTube? Back at it again. We are checking out some Daft Punk. This will be the first reaction to Daft Punk that I have on my channel, I believe. Um, and I gotta fog out the video a little bit. And if this comes back with writing on it, then that means I had to fog it out a lot of it. But because there's a chance that with label copyright that things get blocked, as you guys know. Do me a favor, go support Daft Punk. I know, obviously, some of their, like, their kind of their club party joints, one more time, and there's a handful of those. I don't know if I know this one by name. Maybe once we get into it, I'll be like, oh yeah, I know this joint. But anyways, first and foremost, dude, this is a group that was like super hyper popular. Well, I guess they still are. They've had they've had a hell of a run. But like I think they had a huge, like, when they came out, and they do like wild, they did things that like weren't done before, that you didn't really hear stuff like that, and everybody was like, dude, this is kind of dope. I remember it. It wasn't like my norm or go-to back then, and it wasn't really like the my genre choice, but always like their stuff. Anyways, go support. Like I said, appreciate the request. By the way, the best way to get me is always going to be on Patreon. Definitely jump over there, come say what's up. It's a free platform. It's really easy to use. Or just drop some comments down below. I do read all my comments, so definitely let me know if you want me to check out anything else by them. Break down even the songs that I've probably heard before. That's fine too. Because honestly, like, usually you don't sit down with lyrics and like look for any meaning just because they're, you've got, they come with like just fire beats, and it's a lot of fun. So sitting down with lyrics is entirely different. I do have lyrics pulled up. I have not read them yet. Here they are. Okay. And I've never seen the video, so this is new to me. Love to have you guys here as well. If you could please smash that like, make sure you're subscribed. I appreciate it very much. It does help the channel. Let's go. Yo, I don't know that I've ever heard this, actually. Wild. I dig the like, just you've got this soldier and this kind of farm girl, this wax museum, night at the museum type thing, which is kind of dope. I am reading lyrics, but I'm just trying to follow the video too. It's got this like funky, like, electro pop dance mix that's a ton of fun. So I have to pause these songs. So I'm gonna pause it, just to kind of split some stuff up, and again with copyright. Let me Yeah, it's interesting. There's like this, statuesque, obviously, sort of stoic, way of symbolizing the feelings that he's kind of getting into lyrically. I'm just reading through it real quick. It's almost like that they're using that like to reflect like a relationship that has insecurities. And there's this like, well, there's this fear of like loneliness. But there's like these hurdles in progressing, right? And obviously being wax or whatever they're made of, figurines, I feel like that's just being used symbolically. I don't know what I said. Oh, and by the way, I didn't even mention we're featuring Julian Casablancas there. So shout out to Julian. I didn't mention the feature. Yeah, just reading. There is also something to be said with like eh, just what like sort of a statuesque figure represents, especially when you're talking about something in the way of like love or any sort of relationship. Um, and in this sense, it could almost be like kind of like a forbidden relationship, or maybe we didn't take advantage of the time properly together. However, you have a farm girl with a soldier, and I don't know what that means, but it's kind of like they're sort of frozen and unable to really get past these barriers. The first one being like, I'm assuming there's a wall there, but symbolically.
It didn't matter what they wanted to say. He thought he saw someone that looked just like me. But still my memory would just never dies. We went too long and hard to give it no time. He sees right through me, it's so easy with lies. Cracks in the road that I would try and disguise. He runs his scissors at the seam in the wall. He cannot break it down or else he would fall. Life has lonely stars hiding in the cold. Take it, I don't wanna sing anymore. I listened to your brother, now listen to mine. I didn't want to anymore. Oh. And we would never be alone again. 'Cause it doesn't happen every day. Kinda count on you being a friend. Can I give it up or give it away? Now I thought about what I wanna say, but I never really know where to go. So I chained myself to a friend. 'Cause I know what I'm lost I could do. And we would never be alone again. 'Cause it doesn't happen every day. Kinda count on you being a friend. Can I give it up or give it away? Now I thought about what I wanna say, but I never really know where to go. So I chained myself to a friend. 'Cause I know what I'm lost I could do. I don't understand.
They don't really give you much breaks here. I'm trying to pause it a little bit. Just I don't really have a whole ton to say. I'm just trying to read along and follow along with the story here. It's really interesting. Like the the story they're creating lyrically, mixed with the story, like you have this wax couple, and they took dude away, and because I guess he just wasn't staying in place and things were falling off, and um but then like lyrically, I'll never be alone again because it doesn't happen every day. Kind of count on you being a friend. Can I give it away? And say, so I chained myself to a friend. I know it unlocks the door. I'll never be alone again because it doesn't happen every day. Yeah, it's cryptic. It's almost like trying to explore a love or like a relationship, but um just not being able to kind of fully follow through for whatever reason. There's like these unspoken feelings, like there's like this sense of regret. um there's like this, some form of connection that sort of went cold and never really materialized. And obviously at this point, we're not even in the same room anymore, which is again symbolic. That's just your kind of your metaphorical room, but like there's this separation, if you will. Also, let's talk about his vocals real quick. He's like purposefully like adding this crazy, like almost like robotic kind of like cyborg s distortion to the vocals, and that also is like you think of like this singing robot sound. It's almost like it lacks feeling, or it lacks. There's this like cold, stoic, statuesque feeling of a robot. We think of robots. It's like made of steel, and it's just like doesn't emotionless, lacking warmth, right? But here comes the warmth, and if they are made of wax, they will melt. But yeah, we got something set that ablaze. I must have missed something. Let me run that back just a tad. Who lit that shit on fire? Did Julian do that? Anyways, so that's also symbolic too, in the way that he's kind of portraying the vocals again. And then when the warmth does come, maybe it's too late, because there's this sort of this barrier that's been built.
And we will never be alone again, 'cause it doesn't happen every day. Kinda count on you being a friend. Can I give it up a good way? Now I thought about what I wanna say, but I never really know where to go. So I change myself to a friend, 'cause I know what I'm most sick of doing. And we will never be alone again, 'cause it doesn't happen every day. Kinda count on you being a friend. Can I give it up a good way? Now I thought about what I wanna say, but I never really know where to go. So I change myself to a friend, 'cause I know what I'm most sick of doing.
It's interesting too, because it almost looks like sweat, like, which almost kind of gives wax figuring some form of like lifelike. It humanizes them to a sense, but they are melting together, which is poetic. The tear. Dude, I love that. It's got like this really like easy listening, the way like as far as when you're in this kind of synth pop realm. Um like and for most, like a lot of Daft Punk stuff, yeah, like this is a little more kind of, I guess, toned down a little bit, if for lack of a better term. Like I'm used to like more of your upbeat kind of club hits, but this has like some throwback sounds, and like uh and then they have this like this sort of forbidden slash undiscovered love meaning, like within the lyrics of it, unless I read that completely wrong, which is totally, that makes sense too, because I mean it's written cryptically, and then the story, I'm just making stories up as I'm watching wax figures in a museum. So you guys tell me if you have different thoughts on the storyline there. Um but no, the song itself, just it's kind of just like easy, nice listening. I mean, you could, it's one of those things. It's like a versatile type song. When you have, it's digit. I mean, you could play that at a pool party. You could play that in a club. Um, before you put on like just like a heavy hitting banger. You could, I could play that as I'm going to sleep, like swinging in a hammock. It's like a nice melody. So it's interesting. It's a very versatile listen, in my opinion. But anyways, go support Daft Punk. Go like, go subscribe, please. Of course, love to have you guys here as well. Make sure you smash that like. Make sure you're subscribed. Appreciate it very much. It does help the channel. Best way to get me and best way to support will always be on Patreon. It is linked down below. But definitely drop some comments if you want me to check out anything else by them, or anybody really. Let me know. I do read all my comments. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your Monday, your week, your weekend, your month, your year, your life, your afterlife. We'll talk to you.